Hey YouTube, this is Howard. I'm just going to go over a couple things I did to get off Kratom extracts and what worked for me. So I think the best way to get off Kratom extract is reduce the amount of extract you're taking. Those days will be very painful. For example, if you're taking one bottle of MIT 45, the next day take half if you can. And then the next day after that, or the next time you get an urge, take a third. And by what I mean by urge is do not take it when you are chasing euphoria or you have something to do. Wait until the withdrawal hits you. So once you start sweating or feeling really anxious and uneasy, that's when a lower dose can suffice and stop the withdrawal. So that's how you drop a large part of your dosage. Once you start letting the withdrawal kick in and you take a slower dose, a lighter dose, that becomes your new baseline. So the way I did it was, one MIT, well, I was doing a lot more before, but one MIT 45 bottle, and then next time I got that craving, that strong craving, do half that bottle. And then, I'm not gonna lie, these days that you're doing this are complete pain, you're barely functional. And then the next time, take a third of it. And then after that time, you're gonna buy powder, but you're not gonna do a lot of the powder. You actually don't have to, because the alkaloids in the actual kratom powder, sorry about that. So, sorry about that. So, the alkaloids in the actual kratom powder are different than what's in the extract. So the withdrawal from the extract actually clears your body in 3 or 4 days. So the withdrawal is a lot shorter than the actual powder. That being said, the withdrawal from extracts is extremely horrible, and it's one of the worst withdrawals I've ever experienced. I've been through Xanax and Adderall withdrawal and such like that. So that's not fun, but it is short. So once you get down to about a third of the bottle, you're gonna switch to powder. But when you switch to powder, you're gonna wait until the withdrawal hits you again. You start to feel sweaty and not good. And then at that point, you take the lowest amount of powder. So for me, I was able to do 6 caps, so 3 grams once that withdrawal hit. And then I actually felt good. I felt good for like 3 or 4 hours, and I started getting kind of sweaty. And then I took 4 or 5 hours later, I took 4 caps. And then I didn't feel any euphoria, but the withdrawal had stopped kind of. And then the next day, it wasn't as if I was having like a strong extract withdrawal. It was more of like I was withdrawing off the powder, And then the day after that, I took 4 more caps of powder, but the withdrawal it's pretty minimal, because at this point it's been 2 or 3 days since you've taken the extract, and that's kind of out of your body, and the alkaloids from the kratom leaves are kind of still like interacting, I guess, within your body, so it's not producing a strong withdrawal. And then yeah, that's pretty much how I did it. I kind of just waited every time that I had a craving until the withdrawal hit, then I lowered the amount, and then yeah, that's my 2 cents to getting off kratom extracts. And then just make sure that you don't hop back on, or while you're doing this, you decide like, hey, maybe if I take a little more, or let me just fuck it today and take a whole bottle, then you're back to square one, and the withdrawal is going to be just as bad. But and also another key point is do not stay on the powder for a long time. If you want it to be a short withdrawal, since your body's not used to the kratom powder yet, you only can use the kratom powder for 2 or 3 days. Once you use it over 2, 3, 4 days, then your body gets used to the kratom powder, and then you start withdrawing from that. So then you start having more of like physical withdrawal, as opposed to the extract withdrawal, which is extremely mental, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and physical. I noticed that the powder is way more of like a physical feeling, like restless legs and such. So after the extracts, reduce the powder. Do not stay on the powder for over 2, 3, or 4 days. And then after that, you should be good. Once you're on like once you're doing like 3 grams of powder on like the third or fourth day, just hop off right there. And I guarantee you, it would be not as bad as you think it is. It might be a little bit sweaty, but then the next day you wake up, you're gonna feel kind of back on your feet, and you're not gonna have that strong extract fatigue, withdrawal, where you can't leave the house. You'll start to still feel semi-normal. You'll be sweating a little bit, but it won't be the same as being like incapacitated. And yeah, I really hope that helps someone, because kratom withdrawal, kratom extract withdrawal is one of the hardest things I've ever been through, and I know it's not fun at all, and it's literally can ruin people's lives. It ruined mine. And stay strong if you're out there battling, and keep going, keep the good battle, and yeah, be safe, and you'll get through this. You really will, and I really hope you do. And if you need any help, comment or message below. I'm willing to, you know, help anyone. I'm still on my journey myself. I've was a Xanax, Adderall, like marijuana fiend. I used to smoke and do tons of drugs throughout the entire day. I used to not be sober at all since like 13, 14. So I'm finally kind of shedding off all the drugs one by one, like weed first, well, Xanax first, Adderall first, then weed, and kratom has been the last one, and it's been a hard one, but I'm very happy that I'm almost free from all drugs, and that is my goal, and I think that should be everyone's goal, because everyone can function better. I'm not saying everyone, some people have problems, but see, the majority of people are more happy not being addicted to some sludge and not being able to do activities unless they're influenced by this drug, and like have some drug literally like kratom like owned me, like it commanded me. Like I could only get up and do stuff unless I was on kratom. I could only visit my friends unless I was on kratom. I could only socialize unless I was kratom. I didn't want to go to the supermarket unless I was on kratom. I couldn't even talk to my parents because I was like, if I'm on kratom, I'm gonna be moody and stuff like that. So that is no way to live. And hope this video helps someone. I love you guys, and fight on, brothers.